My third question was the question? What else did you do that had these good results? Says, oh, this time I started studying, revising a month ahead instead of 2 weeks ahead. So when you start studying a month ahead, giving you more time, you will do better. She smiled. Huh? And my fourth question, what else did you do that had these good results? By the fourth question, she said, keep quiet. She got frustrated. Now, what was I trying to do? What was I trying to do by asking what else did you do? What else did you do? Whose effort is that? Hers. You know, we often tell our children, right, if you study the way I tell you, follow my schedule, you will do well. So finally, your teenager do well. Whose effort is that? See, you listen to me, you do well. Huh? Okay. What did the child learn? You know, very little, okay? But when your child did well on his own effort, her own effort, and you start to ask your child to reflect on what he has done, very powerful. You are stacking up one layer after another layer, confidence in your own child. This is what you have done to get these good results. And the more I ask what else, the better it is, because you start to be more aware that, hey, actually I've done a lot. It is my effort. I can do that. Okay? So let's repeat these 3 statements. So when you catch your son or daughter do well, the first thing you say is, wow, I'm so impressed. The second thing you say is, that's not easy. And finally you ask the question, how did you do that? After your son or daughter give the answer, what's the next question you ask? What else did you do? Fantastic, you can leave right now. If all you do is just this, you have done well as a parent to be a good solution-focused coach. Let me give you the theory behind solution-focused coaching. This is not solution-focused coaching, a negative example. When a child comes to you with a problem, typically a child will say, oh, I failed this, okay? So the dot represents the child who has a problem. Typically what we will do as parents is we focus on what caused this problem. What did you do wrong? What did you not do? Why did you fail? What did you forget? So we look back in the past for the causality of the problem, assuming that the child has done something wrong to deserve these bad results. And usually when you ask that kind of question, what's wrong with you? What have you done wrong? What is your weakness? The energy level goes down. Okay? Try asking those questions. Your teenager will not want to interact with you. Your teenager will feel a sense of, you know, I already felt so picked here. so depressed feeling, and you ask me the kind of question to tell me how bad I am. I'm not going to talk to you. Okay? So solution focus, take a different approach. Instead of dwelling on what caused the problem and what did your child do wrong, what are the weaknesses of your child, it focuses on the future. The results already gone. Let's talk about the future. What do you want instead of these current results? And so we dig into the past. We work to the future, so we dig in the past, not for mistakes, but for strength. So we ask the question, what do you want to do instead of the problem? Instead of failing this, what do you want? Of course, you want to pass, okay? So the goal is the next year, something different will happen for this field subject. And then we look into, paint as much detail as possible what this future look like for this child. Because the more details of the future it is, the clearer the vision is, the more likely your child will reach that place. Okay? So we ask the question, what would be better when you pass this subject? Okay? And then we look into the past for what you have already done. So what have you already done right now to prepare for good results next year? We use a scaling method, which I'm going to introduce to you in the next 10-15 minutes. And we talk about the first steps. Okay? So let me put you through an experience of using the scale. The scale is a very powerful approach to increase a child's confidence. That's what I do in counseling. Okay? And this is something that you can do when you talk to your children. Now, not like every time you have an hour session with a teenager, unlikely, yeah? Okay? Teenagers don't like to talk to you so long, okay? But if you have 5 minutes with your teenager, what would you talk to them? Would you spend the 5 minutes chewing them up on what they have done wrong? Or would you rather spend the 5 minutes asking a few good questions that will raise and boost their confidence? Okay, let me expose you to something that is a more than 5-minute conversation first, and then we will let me skip this. In order for a person to want to be motivated to progress, there must be some level of discomfort. Feel something is discomfort. And then the goal must be very attractive to the child. Okay? And then the child must have confidence that it can be done. And finally, the child needs to know what to do next. What's the first steps to take? Okay, using this, the scaling is very helpful. This is what I do. When somebody come to therapy and said, oh, I just feel so terrible about this one failure I had. And typically, the client will spend a whole lot of time talking about what went wrong. And halfway through, I will stop that person and says, okay, I think I've heard enough of what you've done wrong. That's really not what I want to hear. As I'm hearing what he has done wrong, I was already, in my mind, picking up strengths in that person already. So I said, I would like to find out, what have you done? Okay, I went the opposite direction. Okay, this is what you do on a scaling, very helpful. If a child say that he is not good in something, okay, use a scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, we never start with 0, we start with 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, if there's a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in your confidence level for this particular task? Maybe your son is being tasked to organize an event. By the way, this conference is very well organized. I'm very impressed with the organizers of this conference. So if your son is given a project that big, for example, and somehow did not have the confidence to organize that, so you ask a question, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think you are on this scale? Okay, so we will put ourselves somewhere quite low normally. Your child will say, oh, I think I'm somewhere 4, maybe 3. Some cheeky ones will say, oh, I'm at a 1. Okay, I'm at a 1. Okay, this is the deal. In the SF coaching, the number your child gives you is not important. Okay, whatever number your child gives is not important. In a problem-focused approach, if your child gives 1 or 2, says, wow, 1 only, so low. What's wrong with you? Why so low? That's typically what we do, right? Now, in the SF approach, even 1 is a jam. So it doesn't matter what number your child gives, because the way we orient the scale very different. Okay, maybe this is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you all to think of a number. Okay, let's think about the scale of if 10 is your ideal parenting. If you are at 10 in terms of your satisfaction as a parent, and then this is 1, pick a number where you are. Pick a number. Can you pick a number? Okay, 10 is like, this is your future perfect. That's who you want to be as a perfect parent. 1 is you're just starting out. Pick a number where you are. Okay, now all stand up, please. One mistake we do in our own confidence, we always measure ourselves against 10. So face the wall here, there's 10. Okay, we always measure based on 10, right? Look at this is 10. Okay, 10. Now, if you orient yourself from 10, all of you are failures. Suppose, what number are you? What number have you picked just now in the scale? 7. Now, 7 actually quite high up, but still, 7 is 3 less than 10. What number did you pick? 8. 8 is still 2 less than 10. What number did you pick? 7 is still 3 less than 10. Okay, in other words, when you orient from 10, you are all short. Now, let's look at the other way. Okay. This is 1. Okay, this is what number did you pick? 4. Okay, 4, you can say somewhat low, right? But from the SF perception is you are 3 plus 1. Get it? What number did you pick? 3. Sounds quite low, right? But you are 2 plus 1. Okay, what number did you pick? 5. 5, you are 4 plus 1. You get it? From the perspective of 1, you are all winners. You are all winners. Thank you. Let's be seated. Okay, so the discipline in coaching, in looking at your child, is to look at your child from 1 and not from 10. Okay? So if you look from 10, you're 10 minus 6. Don't look at that. Okay, you will only be disappointed. Your child will get rebellious too. Okay, so maybe you point a scale. So can I say 2? No. 3? No. There's no zero in this scale, okay? So in therapy, that's what we do. In therapy, that's what we do. Some of them actually said zero. Then my question would be, I'm surprised. How come you didn't say -5? Okay? Okay, never mind, you're not trained to be therapist, so that's okay. So we look from the perspective of 1 plus 3, not 10 minus 6. Okay? Now this is what you do for 1 plus 3. You ask the question, whatever number is, how did you get to be a 3? You said 3 just now, right? 4, okay, 4. You could have been 1, but you are at 4. So obviously you have done something right to be at 4. So what did you do to be at 4? You get that? You get that? What I'm doing is that whatever number it is, you quoted as along the scale, I can fish out something you have done right. So I ask the question, what is one thing, what have you done to get to 4? My next question is, come on. What else? Okay, you expert already, yeah? What else did you do? And then the third question, what else? Okay, I will keep repeating that until the client or your child has got nothing to say. Yeah? Now, by which time, I would have already helped my child felt like he's not at 4. When it's all over, everybody is going to say, oh, you could have been at 6 actually. You're more likely that you're at 6 or 7. You get that? So the way the question is asked boosts the confidence of the child so that instead of being at 4, actually he felt more like a 6. Okay, next stage in coaching. We talk about attractiveness of goal, how attractive the goal is. So we give a free upgrade. We tell our child, you know, when you book a flight and then somehow the economy seats all fully fill up, and then the lady at the counter says, I'm so sorry we have overbooked in economy class. Can I upgrade you to the business class? And then you said, no, that's too uncomfortable. Would you say that? We all want a free upgrade. That's for real, okay? We all want a free upgrade, and we tell our child, suppose you get a free upgrade to a number of your choice. Okay, there are many ways to ask this question. You could say, you know, you have 4 right now. Which number do you think you want to be in to be satisfied that you have done well? Many ways of asking the question. Okay, so if you get a free upgrade, where would you be? And then this child will say, oh, I would like to be at 8. Okay, at 8. So once he starts to say that he wants to be at 8 instead of 4, what do I do? This is a vision for the future, right? If you want your child to achieve some pieces of the future, you must make the future as clear as possible. So I will ask questions like, what will be different for you when you are at 8? Get it? What is it that you wanted at 8 that you could not find at 4? What's my next question? What else would be different for you when you are at 8? What's my third question? What else would it be different for you when you are at 8? So the what else in this case is to clarify a picture of the future. The more details you put into the future, the more likely your child will get a sense of, aha, that's what I want, because it becomes attractive right now. Okay? Then finally in the SF, I'm cutting short some. In the SF, our focus is not in a big step. Our focus is in a small step. The small step is just the next step. After you have imagined an 8, it is not too difficult to imagine what to do to reach 5, right? In SF, in solution-focused coaching, we are just concerned about the small steps. We are not even concerned about the final destination. Why is it that we don't focus ourselves on the goal, on the 10? Do you realize that goals changes over time? When you reach this place, your future is different. And then when you reach the next place, the future is different. In SF, we are not concerned about where you are along the line. We are just concerned about you making small progress in life. You get it? So my son failed Chinese almost every year in Mr. Yao's school, every year. Okay. I could have made him feel like a failure by telling him that, see what you've done, every year you fail Chinese. Okay. So first time he came with 20 marks, then later 25. 20 to 25, is that progress? Still progress, okay, still progress. Now, in the end, he went to take French class. He's really enjoying it. Every Thursday, he takes French class. So as long as it's progress, even though overall it's failed, but it's still an improvement, we need to notice that progress. It is the small steps of growth that eventually leads a person to succeed.